Welcome back. Hello. This is clear as crystal. I see we got Burn already. Hype. It's Monday, y'all. How is the Monday going? I know Mondays are the worst. I told you why that is, Chief, right? I think it's because a lot of people get a taste of what they really want to do over the weekend. And then you got to go back into working for someone or an organization. That may be okay, but it's not ideally what you want to do. So happy Monday. You made it. You're here. Go ahead and put your phone down for me if you can. Go ahead and just tune in. It's just us here. It's just you. We want to talk about you. And so if you can, put your phone down. If you're watching on your phone, I just ask that maybe you don't check every notification or go between all those tabs that you got open. 100 of them. You need to close it down. It's slowing down your processing speed. But welcome. This is Clear as Crystal. My name is Crystal. And I started this channel to talk about us, talk about you, kind of like a diary for myself. And I share the things that I've learned. And I try to go ahead and be as transparent as I can. I plan to do all that I can to be transparent. So this week was a little rough. Not gonna lie, this last week was a little rough, but we're here. We're here. We made it, Chief. We made it. And so, Burn, if you got some victories you want to put in the chat, go ahead and put it in the chat. Because you know what? Just being here is a victory. Just being alive. Sometimes we complicate this thing way too much. And not everybody's in the same place. So for some, just being here. Just saying, you know what? Okay. You know what? I may not have done everything I wanted to do this week, but I'm going to try it again today. And that's good enough. That's great. Exactly. But yeah, we are here. And we're here to talk about you. So like I said, go ahead and put your phone down. Go ahead and silence some of the notifications. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Man, it's Monday, and we all have stuff we've got to do. So I appreciate you and your time. And so some of the things we talked about last time was communication, right? That's a big one. I'm doing good. Like I said, it was Monday. Monday wasn't too bad, actually, for me. But that last week was... that last week was a beast. It was rough. It was really rough. But first off, I just want to say thank you to Chief. Because of his hard work, guys, and setting up all that he's done for a year. How long has it been? A year and a half? Almost 2 years. Because of him, I am 4 followers away from being affiliate on Twitch within my first month. That's huge. I know that did not come easy. And no, I was not the one grinding every day with Twitch, learning the features in and out on the platform, trying to understand what's going on there. But my other half was. And it built. And it raises all ships. So I thank you. War Chief. Thank you so much. And he had a wonderful stream today. If you haven't checked out War Chief's channel, be sure to do so. War Chief 1212. He likes to hang out with the guys and gals, with the Vikings and shield maidens. And he talks about current things. He loves to check in on people, see how their day's going. Just overall motivational. Even though we're playing video games and stuff in the background, we still like to keep the encouragement going. So check him out if you haven't. But yeah, so Brian, you asked, how was my week, right? So Tuesday, I was gravy. Tuesday, I was pumping stuff out. I was hitting work. Like, everything was flowing very well. Yeah, we're doing really good on the apps we're on. We're on Hover. We love Hover. Oh my gosh, I love Hover. If you're on Twitch and you are a streamer and you have not checked out Hover, please do so. It is the positive version of TikTok for streamers on Twitch. It's incredible. So Tuesday I was doing really well. And I will say a little bit was the junk food I was eating all week. You know, Chief and I have not necessarily been on a diet, but we've been watching what we eat. You know, we don't like to eat stuff that makes us feel bloated or, you know, full of like a bunch of extra liquids. So not a lot of salty foods, not a lot of this, not a lot of that, blah, blah, blah. And I indulged a little bit. You know, you have a little taste. You got a little taste of something. So I had a little taste of something. My job had like Olive Garden or something. And before I knew it, I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit that fridge for lunch. And then what I'm going to do is have you go ahead and order out for the next day and another day and this and that. And oh my gosh, before I knew it, I was eating junk food all week. But on Wednesday, I got stuck in my own mud. I don't know about you guys, but you get stuck in your own mud. What do you mean by own mud? How are you doing, Big Bad Fox? But your own mud. It's like stuff you put yourself through, right? Stuff that you impose upon yourself. I'm telling you, like I said, these streams have been going great. Excellent community, you know, feedback, just no complaints. And all of a sudden I got in my own head. Terrible, I understand. That's why I hope this helps you a little bit. But I went down a rabbit trail, right? And you start off. So all of us here, as you know, this channel is all about encouraging you, encouraging your dreams through me being transparent with my life. I grew up very, very sheltered. And then I kind of put myself in a bubble. Self-sabotage. I can admit it. I can admit it. But I have decided to break out of that. And any information I can provide to you, Big Bad Fox, I want to do so. So Tuesday going well. Wednesday, let me get a little extra Olive Garden. Let me get a little extra junk. Let me get a little extra this. Let me get a little extra that. And I kind of overwhelmed with all of it. I'm overwhelmed. We do. I mean, if you're chasing your goal, chasing your dream, running, sprinting, trying to do whatever you can, even if it's just like go ahead and, okay, I'm going to work this job. I know it's not time for me to move out of it, but I'm going to run as fast as I can. I'm going to do all that I can. Sometimes you get overwhelmed with it. You do. You too. Man, if you are like us right now, you're just saying, I'm done with it. I'm done with not living my best life. I'm done with only halfway having what I want. I'm done with being in my own way. I'm done with other people dictating what I do or letting every little thing affect my mood. And so you are trying, you are grinding. You're breaking off one layer at a time. Pulling off one layer of a time. Letting go of one thing at a time. that would cause you to be backed up, that would cause you to stay in the same place. And so you may have started something since you started watching this stream. You may, like my girl Foxy, started calligraphy or decided, you know what, it's time that I want to become a streamer. I'm a streamer. Hello, how you doing? You know, or you may have decided to, like I said, I have a friend that loves to bake. Might have go ahead and put together a few samples. You're trying. My point is you're moving forward. You are actually doing that thing. It feels real. You have tangible steps. You've got proof. You've got some evidence. And you are going hardcore at it. And sometimes that can be a bit overwhelming. Like I said, it's very important who you have in your circle. Extremely important for the kind of weeks I had. Maybe even kind of week you had, Fox. But you're going and you're going, you got good results. And all of a sudden, you listen to your own bad thoughts. Well, what if this? What if that? How can I? Because you see the big overall picture. You see 20 steps ahead. You know where you want to get. You've already taken those first few steps. And you're like, wow, can I really get to step 20? Can I really do this? Exactly. Or we convince ourselves that there are pitfalls there that don't even exist. We told ourselves, you know what? You better not go down that way. There could be a problem. You could get caught up. You could. And you got a whole laundry list of could, possible, maybes. And there we go. Down that path. I know I did it. I did it. It was rough. I mean, it got dark for me. And I don't know why it got so dark. But it got dark. And because I've been doing this stream and the encouragement and Chief, my husband, and those around me, us in this community, this clear as crystal community that we're building, we've only been talking about positives. So I realized something. When I swung that direction and I started to go negative, I realized my negative was dark. I mean, it was dark. How kind of dark? Give up kind of dark. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. What happened? What happened? And so one thought led to another, led to another, and another, and another. And before I knew it, Chief was like, what is going on with you? And I had to take a step back. I was like, well, I think it's this. I think it's that. Oh, leave me alone. Let me figure it out. Give me some space to think. Exactly. Foxy. Exactly. And I started to talk myself out. Guys, I'm 4 away from affiliate. No, not all of my videos have stayed up, but that's minor. I got a YouTube. Go check it out if you're looking for the archives. You'll see the description. But but I was talking myself out of it. I was thinking my way out of it. Did you do that this week? Come on now, Fox. Be real with me, right? That's my girl. She's real. I love her. She is just... You get what you get with Fox. I love it. Straight shooter. Fox. Now, Fox has set up a whole table. She's got plans to make room in the new house her and her fiance are going to get. She's working on my logo. She's got projects going on. She's flowing. She's moving. And like she said, sometimes we talk ourselves out of it. Why? Why? Ain't no boogeyman under the bed. Ain't no cliff behind the bush. My husband was giving me this analogy either yesterday or a few days when I was in the middle of the funk and barely could understand him. But he said, imagine you're on a straight path. You can see clearly. And there is an open road. And you happen to come up against the one tree or bush in that open road. Clear plains. No obscurities, no hurdles. And you come up to that one bush, this one thing, this not even a fork in the road. I'm telling you, straight path from my 1 to my 20. There it is, straight path. And you come to that one bush, that one tree. And all of a sudden, your brain is like, well, behind that bush might be a cliff. What? That tree. There might be something to catch you up right there. We create boogeymen in our mind. In our own minds. In our own emotions. We do. We do. And so I began to talk myself out of it, Chief. Well, what did I say? Well, it's just a lot right now. Maybe I need to wait till I'm in a better place and do this and that. And this is settled at my 9 to 5 and that's going on. Well, maybe I need to wait till I'm ready for, that other app and this other platform and that, and then I'll do the push. Or maybe I got to wait till my ducks in a row, this and that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ain't no boogeyman. Fox is right now in the chat talking about the logo she's building for me. That music you hear, that's put out by my boy icethefluffyfox. He's a music producer and creator. I have a photo shoot lined up in May, already on the calendar. And Chief is everyday building. What do I have to worry about? What do you have to worry about? No, you may not have every single step like that, or some more of those pieces that you may feel that I have. But if you're like, okay, I'm gonna stream on Twitch. I'm gonna stream. That's all I gotta worry about. Streaming on Twitch. I want to do this day. And I want to have, my stuff set up for my viewers. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You know what's crazy? Something I noticed. We actually resist the things that are good for us. Am I wrong, Chief? When we have that resistance, or we convince ourselves of some near and nowhere to be found obstacle, it's usually because we're on the right path. Right? That weird twisting of the gut, that weird, oh no, I can't. Maybe it's too big for me. That's too much. I don't need to do all that. You know, the market is flooded. Who cares? Who cares? It's usually about something positive, isn't it? Isn't it? I might be going to the gym. You know? It might be something simple as going to the gym. Like I said, Chief and I have kind of been on a diet, kind of not. But we just kind of figured out what works for our bodies. And we're just sticking with it. Don't eat when you're not hungry, simple. And literally last week, now mind you, I have been very self-controlled, even when I have a snack. Okay, even when I have a dessert, a little taste of something. I was gorging, guys. I was stress eating, shoveling food into my mouth, knowing I had just recently eating, not hungry. And I felt that depression trying to come in. That heaviness. Well, Susie tried it and it didn't. Jake tried it and your parents tried to start their own business, but look at where all of that negativity just started rushing in. And by Friday, I was a mess. 3 days. 3 days. 4 away from affiliate. Logo being worked on. Photo shoot lined up. Steve working hard for me whenever I need him to. 3 days. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Nobody else. I've got nothing but positive. You probably have got nothing but positive feedback. You've got people saying, yeah, you can do it. You got this. Nothing to it but to do it. It's time. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing but positivity coming your way. And yet, maybe for somebody else. Maybe it'd be all good for them. They're further along. People can just check them out. No. Like I said, if you stick with us, if you continue to watch this channel, I hope that whatever I can share with you translates and helps you. So, no, I didn't get violent. It wasn't that extreme. But it was stopping myself on my own journey. On my own path. For my own dream. Towards my own, as we would say, freedom. Not having to work for someone else, that's freedom. Especially if you're doing what you love. Now, if you're taking over a family business you don't quite care about, that's different. I'm talking about something you said, you know what? I would get out of bed and do it for free if I could afford it. I just love doing it. That is what this is for me. Talking to you guys is what this is for me. And so it is a type of freedom. It is a level and a layer of freedom. And for some reason I was stuck, Chief. I was stuck. And Fox, don't worry. I didn't answer your message because, I got to get my head right. Got to make sure the babies are right. We got to set up light and, all that good stuff. But guarantee I'm going to look at it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to look at it and give you some feedback. But why do we do that? Why do you guys think that we do that? You know what they say. I got it out the mud. I pulled myself up. Tighten them bootstraps. I did it. My hard work did it. That mud. Why do we stay in that? Why do we self-sabotage? It doesn't matter how old you are. Young and old, we do it in some form or fashion. For example, as you heard mine, kind of getting in my own head, starting to listen to thoughts that I know weren't good for me, behaviors I know were not good for me, things I know when I eat junk. Oh. When I eat junk, I'm like a different person. I'm like a gremlin. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't feed me junk food. I can have a taste. I can get my little sweet or whatever. But I absolutely cannot live off of it. You probably can't too if you're honest with yourself. But there are these cycles that we put ourselves through, right? That same mountain is familiar, isn't it? It's a familiar place in the mud. Pigs wallow in the mud. Sometimes that mud is refreshing and cooling. And it's familiar and it's comfortable. Well, if I just stay right here and I don't have to venture anywhere else and I don't have to go and try something I've never done before and I don't have to push myself to challenge myself a little bit more and I can just go with the flow. It's comfortable. There's security in that. There is. And if you've had experiences before, let's say you tried to become a streamer before, and you worked it from a different angle, a few different angles you tried. You tried it. You put everything you had. You invested time, energy, money, blood, sweat, and tears. And it didn't quite work out. You say, okay, you know what? Maybe it was a one-off. I gotta keep going. Hey, you try again. And it didn't work out. It could be a relationship. Doesn't just have to be streaming. Going for that job, you want it. Your goal, your level of freedom, whatever you wanted. He said, okay, I'm going to try it one more time. And you watch those around you gain a level of success that you were hoping for. You got passed over for that promotion. You were told, maybe next time we've got some openings coming up. We've got some stuff that you'd be good for. Maybe not this one. And that delayed gratification, that delayed hope, and knowing that you did not get out of it what you thought you were supposed to in the past, not today's current situation, but in the past, your heart held on to that. Your mind was imprinted with that. Your emotions said, well, guess this is the best it's going to get. right? Or like Chief had the opposite effect that I had. I was like, oh, I don't know. And Chief was like, if we do 20,000 things for the next 5 hours, this can work, baby. And there is a level of pushing that is too much, guys. There is too much. It's not manageable. But Chief, as you know, has tried other business ventures. You know, he's talked about it here and there a little bit, especially in his Vegas. He tried quite a few ventures. And he realized that he was bulldozing before time. He realized that he was also self-sabotaging because he had convinced himself that if it doesn't happen today, or if it doesn't happen by the end of this month, couple of months, 3 months, and I've got 20,000 things to do, then maybe it won't work out. Similarly to last time. I've seen this, felt this before. I had a good idea. I had something. I was moving on the right path. I was going for it. It didn't work out. That imprints. That's not a bad thing. That's human nature. And a lot of chasing your dreams, goals, and moving forward is pushing past that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. A speed bump. And I'm learning this for myself. I got some notes. You can see them. But speed bump does not have to be a roadblock. And I had to remember that. I had to remember that. So, Bad Fox, man, I hope your week turns around. I don't know exactly what's been going on with you. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's not okay. So I hope you get it in the very near future. And FaceTime or Skype or Messenger, call as much as you can to get some quality time in. But absolutely, absolutely. And so those experiences imprint on us. They create this familiar space of not having success, not having what we want, being okay with okay, whatever. Didn't work out. Guess it wasn't meant for me. There are also those of us who got to have the thrill of the chase. Right? It's got to be exciting. You ain't moving fast enough for me. Come on. And suddenly, that stream that you love doing, that's like everything you wanted. Oh my gosh. I get to do this full time and people will pay me money for it. This is a dream. And all of a sudden, it just kind of feels routine. Kind of feeling like it's monotony. Okay, well, now, been too. Before it was like, oh my gosh, okay, I gotta get out of bed. I gotta do it. Oh, I can't believe I get to do it. Now it's like, oh, let me go roll over. Let me go get my cup of coffee. Let me go set up my controller. It's time to game. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. That's right. It's because we've lost a sense of competition with ourselves. That's okay. That's mud too. And so you kind of become a little complacent. And okay, well, these people usually always show up. Let me just go ahead and roll that out again. You know, let me just go ahead and do that. And you don't quite improve. Foxy. You don't quite add a little bit extra. You don't push yourself. You play the same game. You do this, you do. Or you working at, work. Or you said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be in that relationship. And I really like this person. And I think I'm in love with this person. But marriage is more boring than you thought. Right? After that honeymoon phase. After that exciting, oh my gosh, who is this person? I'm so excited. I got to know everything about them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you again. If it's that bad, guys, y'all need to think through it. But you realize, okay, yeah, we go to work, we come home, we do, and it doesn't have that thrill it had at the beginning. Or you're still dating, and that person you're trying to see, okay, this, I'm putting my feelers out there for a few different people. And the ones you really like, really exciting. But you realize, oh, wait a second. I feel like I know them. We talked about that last week. Fear of missing out. Gotta have that extra. What's going on over there? If you like that person, if you are falling for that person, why are you self-sabotaging your relation? Why are you self-sabotaging your love life? By even entertaining extras. Right? That's a form of self-sabotage. Absolutely is. Absolutely. There's others, habitually leaving 10 minutes later to work. You know that boss is gonna clock you. They waiting on you. 7:59. Where they at? Bam. 8:05. Why you knew you left. You were supposed to leave 10 minutes early. He said, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and savor this coffee. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll just a little bit more. Let me go ahead and reach out to that person, even though I know I'm supposed to be in there. You know it. We know it. We know it. We all do it. We're afraid. Right, Chief? We do it out of fear. Midnight, what are you doing? We do it out of fear. Believe it or not, more of us are afraid of success than we are of failure. Yeah, that idea that success will change you. No. Ask the $1 million lottery winner if the money changed them. No. bad spending habits before they hit the jackpot. How fast did that money go? No. Foxy, you've been engaged a little while. You know. Ask him how if you becoming a fiance changed you. Even if we get a little blurb, we gonna go back. We're humans. We have our nature. We have our habits. Life doesn't work that way. But that's why they're a real feasible step. Right? Along this path of, okay, waking up a little earlier, doing a little bit more, going more towards that positivity, trying out a few more activities this week that I actually enjoy. And a lot of the times, that's right, you panicked a little bit. Fear of unknown. A little bit. About a week or so. And it might have been jitters and excitement. We manifest stuff all kind of weird ways. It's neurological and chemistry. But that's right. It wouldn't change your relationship. It wouldn't. It's not going to change much. You're going to be who you are, because those steps, that real change, that long-lasting change, happens one small step at a time. So a lot of us are afraid of almost as much as public speaking. We're afraid of success. Because a lot of the time, we feel we don't deserve it. We feel we're not worthy of whatever joy, freedom, happiness that success could bring. Now, I understand you're like, no, I'm not. Please, I'm ready for it. I'm her for it. I'm not saying this is on a conscious level. This is a lot of times subconscious. And you've calculated everything in your past, your personal and observed experiences from those around you, what your parents were able to achieve, your mentors, your close circle. And you've said in your heart and your mind, no, I'm just gonna stay right here. That's right, Foxy. That's right. You should not stop trying to keep them. I'm telling you, man, fear it's annoying. They have an acronym. FEAR, F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. False evidence, your own experience, things you've convinced yourself of, things you've said, well, because they can't, I can't. Well, I tried it several times. I get passed over for the promotion almost every time I go for it. I've wasted you. Now your investment, you're calling a waste. Woo. I've wasted time, energy, resources. And I only feel further. Now you're calling it a waste. This is your dream. This is your goal. This is what you wanted. This is what you said you would be able to do working for yourself. And now it's false evidence that appears real. That's right, Foxy. Forget everything, and run. That's right, when we feel it. It's a fight or flight. And a lot of us, we choose flight. We choose no. Absolutely. And you know, human nature is weird. Because we gotta have so much control, don't we, Chief? We've gotta have it all figured out, like Chief is trying to do. And steps. And I'm baby, you're killing me. What are you talking? But we sometimes get wrapped up in the end goal. And what it's supposed to look like once we say, okay, that is complete, stamp of approval. We get so wrapped up in that picture that we forget about the here and now. Like Foxy said, getting married won't change you. Chief said it secures it. But sometimes, because we always got to bring it back to the current generation situation and dating and stuff. But a lot of times what we do is everything has got to be put together perfect, how I want it. My highlight of my life that I'm able to put on Snap and Insta and Facebook and everybody else twatters. If my marriage doesn't look like that, then and we forget that the journey of life and marriage and running towards your dream and getting a little more freedom, whether it's in your mind, emotions, relationships, and such, that it is a journey. Dude, if I could sell you success in a jar, don't you think I would be a millionaire? A millionaire! I'm powdering my nose, y'all know me. For all the newcomers, I'm a primper. If we could have it in one step, we would all do it. And Chief tells me all the time, I could have married, we both know we could have married other people. But I told him, I didn't want my husband to have everything already set up. I didn't want my husband to be wealthy, where I never had to work again. I want us to get there. Because I know it's a journey. And I'm the type of person that when I earn it, if we earn it together, it means more. Now, mind you, I am appreciative of a hand up every now and again. But just a constant hand out. Okay, now you just go over there, look pretty, and you get an allowance. Oh. That would infuriate. Chief is laughing. He knows. Oh, for someone to say, oh, your voice is smaller because you didn't help me build any of this. Oh. That's why Chief and I, we had to do this thing together. Because But I know you're like that too. I know you are. Absolutely you are. You like earning what you have. You like looking back at your work and knowing that you put forth the effort to get there. We all do. Foxy, even though she's messaging me right now in the chat about the artwork that she's doing for my logo and brand. She already said it. Hey, if you need to revise it, she is okay with the challenge. Because it's easy to just put something together and say, there you go. But when you can figure it out, you put some energy into it, you had to change it up, and you can look back and say, I did that. Wasn't easy. Wasn't perfect. Yeah, I had to go back to literally the drawing board 3, 4, 5 times. But I got it right. And it's worth putting my name on. That's what you want. That's what you want. You crave. And so I remember I was talking to the guys, the fellas in the chat last week about communication. I was like, how can you guys play video? How can you not have a physical activity? And they corrected me. They were like, well, it's a challenge. Because I'm like, y'all gotta have some kind of fight club. I know the first rule, but y'all can't convince me that all this pent up need to strive and push yourself is not being, you don't have an out. They're like, no, we have outlets for it. It just looks different. But oh yeah, it's perceived as childish. People can barely drive in real life. Can you imagine driving a car online? The coordination it takes, even the energy and effort it takes to put up a stream, to understand the software, to have the lighting, to have the this, to have that. Hey, bro. But all of that, all of it, trust me, you want it. You need it. And a lot of times how we get stuck in our own mud and kind of self-sabotage is because we forget the appreciation of the journey. Let's be honest. We have an idea of what step 20 looks like wherever our road takes us, wherever our dream takes us, wherever we want to be in the end. But we know we couldn't sustain it right now. It's too big, as it should be. It's too much. It's push. But what we forget is we learn. Take a little step. Learn how to maintain that progress. Then you take another. Maintain that progress. Got to adjust your life a little bit more, but it's all in the right direction. So here we go. And then a little bit more. And we get so overwhelmed with wanting 20. We're on step 5. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Like I said, A hiccup, speed bump. Doesn't have to be a complete roadblock. We're dealing with it. We're dealing with it. We're dealing with it. So I told you I got my food back on track. Eating some good home cooked meals, putting my fruits and veggies back into the mix. And so I ended up not streaming yesterday. Yeah, I know what my schedule says. It says Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But Chief gave me some good advice. He said, well, if we stream tonight, one, it's too fresh because I finally got out of the funk I was in. Whatever bit of depression or heaviness I was feeling. He said, okay, if we stream tonight though, one, it's too fresh. And two, it's going to feel rushed. It's not going to feel like what you love doing. It's going to feel like a job. It's going to feel like a 9 to 5. And that is the whole point of you not doing it. That's the whole point of you venturing this direction, so you can break out of that feeling. That is the point of all of it. So why would you rush it? If you love doing something, you know it's a step in the right direction, but now you're forcing it. That's self-sabotage. Shouldn't feel forced. Shouldn't feel forced, right, Chief? Shouldn't feel like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to end? You feel that way. Something's wrong. But we all do it. We do. So take a few minutes just to think back on this week. That's why I said we like to make some real tangible steps. I can't stand stuff where it's like, if you do these 5 steps, then you are guaranteed success. That's impossible to guarantee. But what we do believe in is real, tangible, manageable. And so think back through this week. Hey, Crystal, I'm hearing you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Yeah, I kind of told that person off, even though I knew I shouldn't have said anything. Kind of talked to my boss a little off. I'm really just tired of being there, and I hope they just don't do it. Don't do it. Or yeah, I've been, talking to a few different people. I kind of like that one. But this one is my nice little, okay, if nobody else is available. How you doing that? Or for me, I pull at that thread a little bit in the back of my head. That little That's like, sure. Is it really going the way you think it's going? And you pull out that one negative comment. That one kind of off response. You dwell on it. Fester in it. Marinate in it. And before you know it, shoveling food. Skipping gym day. Talking myself out of it. Second guessing even what I can physically see. Real result. Let's not do that this week. Let's shake it off. Shake it off. Sometimes you gotta do something physical, right? You been eating them Snickers, Foxy? What exercise have you been keeping on? Sometimes you gotta shake it off. Man, depression, you know, not enough people talk about mental things. But that's part of it. Because we're unhappy. We're unhappy. And so if you feel that at this moment while you're listening back to this, or you're live with us here right now, you're feeling that, shake it off. Do something physical. Just Nope. Remember when you were a little kid at the pool and you thought that if you bounced, that the little dribble of water will come out of your ear? Sometimes we need a physical thing to help push some of that off. Take it off. That heaviness that can't do it. Is it really my own thoughts, my own... Shake it off. There is no cliff behind the bush. There is no blockage beyond the tree. You set the path. You got nothing but open road in front of you. Clear. I'm talking about flat as Oklahoma. You can see miles. And all you have to do, you've already set it up. You already got your gear, you got your water, you're on this journey. You load it up, you got everything, you got nourishment, you've got, what you need to stay hydrated. You ready. Good walking shoes. All you have to do is take that step. It's even steps you've already taken. All I had to do was get on camera, guys. All I had to do was start talking. All you got to do, Foxy, is put the mini muffins down. Just teasing you. All we have to do is stuff we've already done before. And just one more step. Just one more little tweak. There is no boogeyman under the bed. If you need a parent, you know what I mean? that parent to come into the room with, and they just reassure you, baby, ain't no, it's just a shadow. A figment of your imagination. That's all it is. That's all it was, Chief. It was a figment of my imagination. He was looking at me like, are you, what? How are you sad? What are you talking about? And he just started running down. This is happening. You did this, and you've already done the hard part and that, and you've already figured this out, and this and this. And literally all you got to do is just take one more step. Get used to being uncomfortable. Man, why do we coddle ourselves? Why do we do that? It's they just stay right here. It's familiar. It's nice. It's in the mud. It's okay. But it's warm in the mud. And it's soothing and it's somewhat cleansing. It feels like it's cleansing. It's not. It's not. But it feels like it. And we convince ourselves, oh, if you stay right here, it's good to go. We keep ourselves there. Twitch is ready to pay you right now. They are trying to give you money for your ability to bring people to their app. Throwing money at you, throwing stuff at you, giving you everything you need. Here's all the software. Go ahead and just look into it. Whether it's reconciling a friendship, a broken relationship. Yeah, they went off last. I understand. She won't let you see the child. I understand. And you know, if you just say it like that, you'll really dig under her skin. But you won't be able to see them. So why are you self-sabotaging? And now you're depressed for a whole week because you missed your week. Stop. That's right. Get used to being uncomfortable. I know they owe you. I know it. Like Bender says, shut up, baby. I know it. I know they were the ones to do you wrong. I know it. Be the bigger person. It takes a lot to be the bigger person. Steve's eyebrow just said. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's worth it. Sometimes it doesn't. Streaming every day. Maybe you've only had a few people lately. That's okay. I told a friend, stream like you got 20 people in there. Bring that same energy you would if your chat was popping. And it'll come. I told Chief that. Then it happened. I was like, Chief, I understand. Nobody's here right now. And you're just playing the game. Act like there's 20 people. Get used to being uncomfortable. I gotta get used to telling all my business. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot. Especially for someone who's... I'm an introvert. Chief says I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. That's true. But get used to being uncomfortable. Foxy, I don't know how long you've been doing calligraphy. And I don't know how comfortable you are with, someone reviewing your work and saying, well, can you modify this? Can you do that? Some people are real perfectionists. And if you correct one little thing, you feel like they told you to throw it all out. That's okay. You can channel that and funnel that where needed. But get used to it. Get used to it. Get used to not having everything perfect. Yeah, Foxy's a perfectionist. Me too, Foxy. We're gonna get through this together. But get used to it. It's okay. I'm telling you guys, it's okay. Yeah. Get used to it. Get used to saying a work in progress. To calling yourself a work in progress. Damn it, I hate Instagram. Not going too long. I hate it. It is the most superficial platform I think that is out there today. You have to be very polished, very retouched, very airbrush. PTS, Photoshop. TikTok, yes. We gonna try that one though. Hate it. Chief, I got on it. Right, I set up my account. Don't look for it, y'all. It's okay. It ain't nothing there. So I told you we're gonna pause on that one. But I created my account. And I scrolled just a little bit. I decided to put one of my hover videos on there. No problem. Whatever. Let's just start the process. See what the platform, how I have to. I don't even have an Instagram. This is my very first time setting one up. So it's just kind of okay, let's see what you got to do. What do you, okay, how do you get, okay. And I scrolled and I was like, this is the worst version of TikTok. I hate it worse than TikTok. Because everything has to be perfect on Instagram. And someone who's already perfectionist, that will drive me crazy. And it's all fake. It's all fake. I told you guys, I plan to get on here and not wear makeup sometime. If I don't feel like wearing, I'm not going to do it. And so to see it, I was just like, how are... They have like reports on how people Smokey. That's okay. Come on in. Welcome, Smokey. Hi, Smokey. They wouldn't say back in the meeting. Hi, Smokey. Yeah. But I'm like, if you can't be a work in progress, like I said, they have reports on how these young people are developing. Issues with how they view themselves because of a stupid... It supports everything that my name stands against. I'm trying to be clear as crystal. And everybody is like, come on, guys. And I have to say, if you are filtering every picture and every video, you are catfishing. I gotta say it, God. I gotta say it. Because now they have the filtering in the live video. Do you hate yourself that much? Are you worried that much? You have to airbrush real life as it's happening. That's a problem. That's a problem. And Burn, if you was out there on Facebook and every avatar, I don't know. But what is wrong with being a work in progress, guys? Burn is just, he is what he is. I love it. But what's wrong with being a work in progress? What's wrong with being a little uncomfortable? And that's something I had to do. And some of you may resonate with this, but I haven't been in the gym for a good 4 or 5 years. Not like when we first got together. You know, Chief and I, we went through quite a bit and had to adjust and, you know, whether a gym was available or not or blah, 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 and just getting our routine together. But I have to run because I like the feeling, you know, that feeling for Twitch streamers, such as yourself. And when you go on camera, your heart starts fluttering. I like to have that in the gym. I condition my heart for that. I condition my emotions when I go to the gym and I run. Because your resting heart rate, you know, your levels adjust, you're stronger, faster, fitter, and it doesn't bother you as much. But if you got your heart beating out of your chest every time you go to do something, oh, you be scared. Doesn't mean you're not supposed to do it. And so a way that I'm figuring out how to deal with that is to just go to the gym. Go get my heart rate up on a regular basis. Stop it, Burn. You're not ugly. You're not. Don't be scared to be yourself. I don't mind your Venom avatar, but getting used to being uncomfortable. Used to being yourself. Used to saying, you know what? It's not perfect, but we're going to roll out with it. Not 100%. No, it's not where I see it at step 20. But I'm not going to wait for step 20 that will never come unless I start right where I am. And that's powerful. That's powerful for yourself. You don't need any other competition. You don't. That right there, you don't even need comparison. When you think of that and you say, I'm going to push myself, I'm going to challenge me to do just a little bit more than I've done in the past, to go a little bit further, that's enough competition. And I like your Twitch profile picture. I do. The profile picture is cute. I'm talking about living your life, airbrush. You know, it's different. How about putting filters on your live video? It's different. That's something's broken, right? Do you? No. If I hear you saying some stuff like that, that is not the man I'm married. I told you, if you think you prettier than me, I cannot be with you. But if you take longer than me in the bathroom, that's too much. Be comfortable being you. Right where you are, right in that moment, right in that position. Lay the cards out. Let's look at them. Let's deal with them. No time for hiding. No time for... Be real with yourself. You can't even figure out where the first step is on the road to 20 if you can't even be real with where you are right now. You can't be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Or you can't, just rest. And now I know it doesn't look like I want it to look by 20. But I'm so happy it doesn't look like what it was when it was at step 0. Step 1. That's okay. That's okay. So as you guys know, Chief will be streaming in the morning. We're about to cut this thing off so we can relax a little bit, and he's got to get ready for tomorrow. I've got to get ready for tomorrow. I don't know if we told you, but we will be traveling this weekend, and so we won't be streaming. We will be with Chief's parents celebrating their 40th. I'm not even 40, guys, and they're celebrating 40 years of dealing with each other and loving and growing and learning how to... I'm taking all notes this weekend. 40 years! But Chief will be there in the morning. You know where to find him. Follow us on Twitch. Be in the place. Have your face or lurk in the place. We know you're working, Foxy. That's okay. You got him good today still.
You did. You got me good, Fox.
And Fox, we do plan to say hi to you while we're there. We will be there for a few days. So we'll check up in and we'll message you directly so we can get details. I want to see you in person, give you a hug. But yeah. So check him out. He's doing this morning deal. I think it's working out for him. And then I'll just be coming back tomorrow night, talking a little bit more, dealing with a few more things. But more than anything, I hope you feel positive afterward. I hate when people, you come in for a little chit chat and you leave worse than you. That's horrible. So I hope you feel even better than when you started the stream. I hope you've had some time to think and reflect. Maybe join in. I appreciate you, Fox. And the other Fox. As I said, I hope you get to spend some time with your little one. Burn, of course. Yep, 49's hanging out with us. But yeah. I hope you feel a little bit better. Remember, just because you got stuck in the mud, don't mean you have to live there. Lay there, stay there. It was a hiccup. Okay, we had a rough week. Who cares? Today is the second day, technically. We count it as the first for most of us. A new week. New opportunity. Don't have to be a step 20. Let's just work on step 1, 2, 3. And go from there. So I appreciate you guys joining me again. I'm so appreciative. Thank you guys so much. Join us again. This is Clear as Crystal.